Hello farmers and welcome back to Riverbend Springs on Farming Simulator 25. We are in the middle of June and yeah, I'm up by the spinach harvester. Need to get that up and running, get to our spinach field and get that harvest started so we can move on to other things throughout this entire stream today, hopefully. Yes, it is, what's today? Tuesday. Hopefully everyone's having a good Tuesday so far. Let me jump in here and we'll get this started. So I did a little moving around of things last night. I was having trouble with the autoloader. All I did was log it back into the game and the autoloader seems to be working fine again, so we'll see how far that gets today. If it does act up, then I don't know what to do other than reset it, use it once, reset it, use it once, reset it. Or just start loading things up manually, I guess. But we'll see how it goes. Anyways, this is our spinach field. Am I close enough to get a worker started? Can you recognize the field's there? Yeah, I think you're all set. So yeah, happy Tuesday, everyone. Like I said, hopefully everyone's Tuesday is going well so far. It's a nice sunny day out where I am anyways, so the sun's shining, the temperature's rising. It's always a good feeling when it's the beginning of January in the middle of winter. Oh, this needs fuel. All right, we can fix that. We can fix that. I just need to figure out a place where I want to put the fuel over here. I guess I could start losing some of the poplar that's around here. I wonder if I could pop it right there. Construction. Zoom on in. Is this under tools or container? I think it's got to be under container. Let's go to here. And I still don't know what side the fuel is actually on. So I'm going to land not owned by me. Where do I... Oh, okay. I can put it there. There we go. Let me hop back into this. And we'll fill up with some fuel. Yep, so Giants did drop some mods today. On the Discord channel, there's a good number of Giants workers logged on, so some mods have been dropped today. Nothing that really piqued my interest too much, so I didn't add any of the mods that got dropped earlier on. Hello Sirwell, Skender, Mr. Whitfield, Skinny's here as well, Branding Iron. I just need to back up all the way here. This also needs to be repaired. But I think I'll get the job done today anyways. Hello, John. Hope your Tuesday is going well so far. Okay, hope I got this fuel pump facing the correct way. And then again, maybe not. Alright, do I need... Maybe the fuel is on the other side of the harvester. Does this work? No, it does not. So, which way... Where's the fuel area for this thing? All I want is some diesel in my spinach harvester. Well, I suppose I can go in and rotate that now. Let me go to here. So if I move, I just want to... no, escape. I want to move. I forgot which way... Isn't there a way to rotate this? You know what? It's only $1,000, so I'm going to sell it. And this time I'm going to put it like that and see if that works. I haven't been able to figure out which side is fueling on this drop-off pump. Now, we don't need to go to the gas station. This should be just like a buy direct kind of a thing. It's just a matter of finding the trigger zone for it. Which I'm starting to get a little triggered myself on it. I'll move my John Deere a little bit. Okay. all I wanted to do was get to harvesting first thing in the stream, and this is not going well. Let's move the John Deere. Where, oh where art thou, trigger area for the fuel? Well, let me try now the other side. I mean, this is the first time I have tried to fuel up the spinach harvester. I may have to go to a fuel station to top this off with, which is kind of frustrating. Alright, let me grab the John Deere and see if I can find the trigger area for this thing. I don't think it would be here. You would think, you know, the pump is there. There's a nozzle, so it should be right in the front. Let's just see if I can fuel up the John Deere from here, which one would hope. Alright, refuel. So I can refuel the John Deere. That's a possibility. Check the rear. Well, I guess that's the that's the next thing I would have to check, I suppose. At least we know it is possible. That's not glitching out on me at all. Well, we will find the fueling area somewhere. May take me 4 hours in the stream to do so. Okay, I'm not getting the trigger at all on that side. Am I really going to have to drive this all the way to town to fuel this up? I have no idea where the refueling area is on the spinach harvester. I'll just put the front towards it. Well, all right then. So the nearest fueling area, I do believe, is at the store. I think there's one there. There is one down here, but that's on the main road as well. Yeah, I realize I have to hit a button, but the trigger's not coming up for it to fuel up. I know this does not pull up and refuel. Well, I guess I'm driving it to town. We'll go to the other fuel pump. I have more space around that one. The John Deere fueled up no problem. I hope the spinach harvester's not bugged to where we can't refuel it. So we got to go by the other fueling area at our farm yard, and if that doesn't do it, then I guess we'll drive all the way to town. At a whopping speed of 15 miles an hour. Well, anyways, yeah, so Uh, I did log on last night after the stream after a few hours, and immediately tried the autoloader, and it loaded right up without having to reset it. So I hope just by resetting the game, as I did, reset the autoloader, and whatever bug was going on with that has been fixed. I did check for an update on the universal autoloading, and that has not been updated for a while. I did not get to try the manure silo extension for the animal pens, so I don't know if that worked or not. Except for the weather, how's your day so far? Really, I've only been up for like a couple of hours, but I woke up, so day's been pretty good. I awoke. That's all I've really done so far. Gone out, got the mail, checked on a few things. Oh, I drove right past the fueling tank here. Too busy reading chat. Let's see if I can find the trigger on this one here. Well, nothing as of yet. I fueled up from this many times with tractors. The harvesters fueled up from here. Well, unless it's on the right side of the harvester, I'm not sure. So I guess we're just going down to the store and have to fuel up. And who knows? Maybe it won't fuel up at the store either. Maybe there's a problem with the spinach harvester. I think if it does refuel, and hopefully it does, I think we'll hire a worker to drive it back up to the field. Shouldn't have to fold the harvester to fill it up. I'm just gonna leave it as is because I want to see if it's the mod. Maybe the trigger is not big enough to hit the fueling area for the harvester, or what. So I'm just gonna leave the harvester as is, and if it fuels up at the fuel station down here, then I'm gonna say it's a trigger not big enough on that fuel mod that we're using. And of course, okay, you can see how today's going to go. It's going to get slowed down every which way I try to go. So if you did miss the end of last stream or the yesterday's stream altogether, I think we got the loan down to 2.2 million now. The playground, if you saw the thumbnail, we just need some rope. And a good amount of it. Don't know how much more rope we're going to need after this stage, but I think we need like 6,000 liters of rope. Let me bring up the HUD in the upper left-hand corner. And right away we got refuel. So apparently that mod, the trigger is not big enough for the harvester itself. Oh well. Hello Kitty, a good Tuesday to you. So may have to look at another fueling mod, because apparently that trigger is just not big enough. I noticed a couple times though with my tractors as well before. I had to kind of work around the fueling area for it to refuel. Let's see if I can get set destination. All right, we'll let the worker take that up there so I don't have to drive all the way back up. So, didn't need to be folded up or anything. Just the trigger zone is just not. It's just not the best. So I have started baling up some straw, and this was our barley field yesterday, which we have harvested. And I was going to be doing this while the spinach harvester was doing his thing. And hello, Barbara. Good morning to you as well. Hope your Tuesday is going just as well. See if the spinach harvester can find its way back up to the field and get to harvesting. Straw bales, I just want to get these baled up and we will sell them at some point. The longer we wait at the current stage that we're in, the better, because I'm pretty sure straw is at its lowest. This field just needs to be ready to be replanted in September. I wonder if we should see the spinach harvester. There it is. It's coming down the road. It's by our rice fields. It's making its way. Oh, for a minute I thought the way it was, I started seeing doing the shimmy shake. I was thinking it was getting ready to go up that road. No, it turned before the bridge and it's going up past the paper mill that way. Well, as long as it gets there. That's all I care about. The field's not that big compared to before, so it's not going to take like an hour and a half or 2 hours to harvest. Too much bales? How big are they? They're 220s. Our baler has been set at 220. It's been set there since the day we have just about got it. And I keep it at 220 just in case I decide to make silage bales. If I leave it at 240, the wrapper won't wrap them. Because it won't take 240s. It only takes maximum 220s. Okay, so our worker got... Wait, why did you come back out there? Why would you go... Why? I don't know what you're doing. I don't even want to ask. Alright, well, it got halfway there. We'll take it the rest. No, Adam, I didn't get a chance to try the manure extension last night. I had just a little bit of time to come on last night to try to figure out if the autoloader was repaired. And that seemed to be working okay. I did bring the rest of the stuff from the sawmill up to the playground, or actually the toy makers, where I brought most of it. Hello, Bo. Say, how you doing? Busy day at work today. Still checking in. Well, appreciate you checking in. Just let the boss catch you do watching a farming simulator stream. Did they fix the glitch for rock removal? I have no idea what the glitch was for rock removal. Are you talking about picking up rocks in a field, or are you talking about chiseling the rock itself? Alright, so construction, what we're doing here is I need to go to tools, I believe. And we're just going to rotate this like so. Land is not owned by you. I don't own... Must be the town owns this part of the road, I guess. Well, we'll just pop it right there. Alright, we should be able to fix our equipment from here now. There we go. Repair is... Repair is $31,337. Well, I don't have $31,337, so I guess we'll just set our worker back off on harvesting the spinach field. $31,000 for repair. Takes 20 minutes to chisel rock. When I chiseled rock, it didn't take that long at all. So, yeah, I'm not too sure. What do you mean, field not owned? Don't start with me, game. The game is having fun with me today. I can see it already. Okay, we're gonna try to let it go on. When you download the mod to fix the silo extension for the manure, and then log in the game, it says there is an update to the mod. Do you know if I should update or not? No, you don't update it. Yeah, we just we just tried fixing the harvester. I just wanted to do it up here just to make sure it worked fine. I did not know it was going to cost $31,000 to fix the spinach harvester, so it's not that big of a deal. It's spinach. We got plenty of it. All right, let me get back to taking care of our straw down here while that harvest is going on. If the yield loss is like it was in 22, it's not that big of a loss. It's not going to be like only 50%. So we'll get these baled up, see how long it takes for that harvester to get that field done. Don't expect too much off of it anyways, being as small as it is. Hello, Goofy. Good Tuesday to you. Thank you for joining us. Might have to see. I didn't check on contracts when I logged in, so I don't remember what we had yesterday when I looked. And I think the only thing I do have to do, I did check on the animals. The cows, of course, need to be fed, and all of our production buildings are doing what they should be doing. Is that straw or is that residue of grain I did not pick up? No, that was straw. Do got some barley in our trailer. Gonna need to bring that down to the grain mill, I guess, and we'll bring the cloths and the trailer up to the spinach field so I can transport that over to the canning factory. Hello, Drifter. How's your Tuesday going? So, having expensive equipment means expensive repairs. Thought I had a good amount of money in the bank account, but then when you go to repair a spinach harvester and they're asking like 32 grand, you realize you don't have as much money as you once thought. There's a few more swaths to go, and then I'll have to find a contract or something. Or I could just start picking up the straw bales and sell them, I guess. Yeah, I'm not too worried about what it costs to repair things and when I should repair it. Repair it when I feel like it's my equipment. I don't think I could eat, still at this point, I don't think the game will let me borrow more than I already have. So I'm still over 2 million. So what's the max you can borrow? Is it a million or is it 1.5 million? I forgot what it is. Yeah, I still owe 2.2 million. So I don't think the game will let me borrow more money. I'm not worried about it. It's just it'll be a short little term thing that the harvester is just going to harvest where it's at. We're not going to lose that much yield. We got more spinach than we know what to do with, really, too, at the same time. I think we'll sell some of these straw bales. We'll get enough money, and when I go up to empty up the harvester, we'll go repair it. You're here every day watching, just don't chat often. That's fine. Appreciate everyone that is here. The lurkers, the chatters. It's all good. All right, let's spit those bales out. And actually, since I'm in the Vultra, I'm just going to drop off the baler. Is the bale trailer down here in the barn, or is it back up at the grass field? I'm going to say it's down here. And it is with the AgroStar attached to it, which makes sense. Let's park that over here. We need more wool. Get working on it. More wool. Alright, let's sell some of these straw bales. Probably get just under 4,000, so maybe in June. Might only get like 3,800 for them, but... let's load them up. Just to get loans from bankers. You won't be able to sleep. I mean, it's kind of hard not to get loans in this day and age. At least we get some of the straw bales off this field. We can carry 14 bales on this trailer. I think, if I remember correctly, we might be selling a toy sometime today as well. Or is it just getting ready to start making a toy? I can't remember which. But I am kind of hoping that during today's stream we might be able to get the loan down to 2 million. That would be really nice. I just don't need a repair cost of $30,000 on a harvester. All right, let's go see Katie, kind of, at the animal dealer. Yeah, I'm using the Vulture just because it has a better, I think it has a better speed than the AgroStar. So of course that repair cost of that harvester is just going to get higher and higher because it's getting used at this point. Alright, so I'm going to guess 3,842. 3842. Let's see if it's 3842. Oh wow, 4211. Good price for straw today. I take my vehicle in for an oil change and says, nah, the knocking sound of the engine is fine. Well, diesel engines do have a little bit of a knocking sound to them. Have they released the tool? Wait, where was that? Have they released the toolbox that cost $750 yet? I don't think so. I did not see it. AgroStar is 25 miles an hour. And Adam, I don't know much about the manure extension file mod. All I know is someone posted a link on the Discord channel, and 5 or 6 people says, yeah, it works good. That's all I can say. I haven't had a chance to try it myself. Let me try to get this one here without running into the baler. Just want to sell at least. I might as well sell these straw bales today because the price is pretty good. Yeah, we do have a lot of bales here. These are 220 bales. Wonder how my harvester is getting along in that field up there. Kind of a weird shaped field, so it's probably going to take. It may take longer to do the headlands up there than it took to do the other big field altogether. All right, let's get another $4,000. Yeah, so as I said on the Giants Discord today, a good number of employees were logged in, so that's why we got some mods today, and I'm sure moving forward, more workers will slowly get back to work, and maybe we'll get more and more mods this week. Oh, did anyone happen to watch NVIDIA last night announce the 50 series graphics card? I didn't get to watch the whole thing from NVIDIA, but they did a little demo last night from the 50 series NVIDIA graphics card, which was pretty cool. And it looks like it's not going to break the bank too much if you want to get a 50 series. All right, we got 37,000. So we'll zip up to the spinach harvester, see what the worker's up to. I'll repair it to make a lot of you happy. And whatever it's got in the harvester, we'll also deliver to the canning factory. But the spinach harvesting, not going quite as planned as I wanted to today. I thought I was going to log in just to get the spinach harvester up and going. Couldn't refuel it. Now I can't repair it. Let's see. Let's zip up here. Yeah, we'll see how much the 50 series actually are when they launch them. I mean, they kind of showed some prices last night, but I just upgraded my graphics card last fall because my 2080 decided to retire. But who knows, maybe the release of the 50 series will knock down the price of the 40 series quite a bit. Alright, should have enough to repair this, I think, at this point. Yep, it's up to 33,413. We'll repair it. Making a lot of you happy. Yeah, we'll get this back on a worker. Yeah, this field has a lot of curves, so AI is going to be doing a lot of dancing around, getting the areas harvested here. Hopefully it just continues right where it left off, which I think it's going to, after it does a shimmy shake. Alright, it's back off. Let me get back into... Where are you? Oh, we're at the carpentry. Must be I did a weeding job here. Yeah, let me move the harvester. We'll be using this setup today at some point. When we get to next month, the oats should be ready. And now we'll grab the cloths and the trailer and we'll bring that over to the grain mill. Yeah, I'm not too worried about the 50 series NVIDIA. I mean, it's nice to know about it. But since I got a 4080, I think I'll probably wait until the 60 series comes out. Not a whole lot of barley. I was going to hold it in here until the chickens needed more feed. But we'll bring this up and we'll unload the spinach harvester when needed. Hello, Farming Sins. Welcome. Hope your Tuesday is going well. Our stream started a little rough with the spinach harvester, but now that it's refueled and finally repaired, things are looking good. Glad those blinkers on the cloths are not collidable. I think I would have knocked them off a few times coming through that grain mill area. Reminds me of a Dutch guy that used one of fields of potatoes. He had a similar looking harvester like yours. Took him 10 days to harvest 50 hectares. As long as it gets the job done, that's what I needed to do. Hello, Panther Killer. How's your Tuesday going? Wait a minute. Trying to figure out. I think I just need to go that way. That road doesn't bring me where I need to be going. Well, I don't want to go through the poplar if I can help it, but maybe I can sneak through. Oh yeah, I can sneak through. We got plenty of room here. I may or may not destroy the poplar when I go through it. It's kind of 50-50 nowadays. Park this right here. Alright, let me get back to picking up some bales, shall we? And then, yeah, that spinach harvest is going to take a while, so have to look to see what contracts are out there. Although being kind of late in the afternoon, I'm guessing not a whole lot is out there, other than there was a couple spinach harvesting contracts on the board. But we're currently using one spinach harvester. I don't want to borrow and get into another spinach harvest currently. Alright, since the price is good for straw, I think I'll go sell this. I was just going to keep it on the trailer and wait till I start the oat harvest next month and then get a full trailer, but the price may drop. So let's go sell this. Area traffic getting in its own way. A bus, cement truck, and an SUV. And almost an SUV into me. Alright, couple grand, get us up to 6,000. I'll probably pay for the worker fees on doing that spinach field. Alright, we're going to park this. I think I'll park it over here. Now I just need the telehandler, and we'll start feeding the cows. There we go. Just grab some, three bales should do it. And hope I don't push them into the shed again, because I do that often enough. Alright, we are in. Really going to get floating bales even though I'm that close? There we go. Now they're down. And they're staying there. Alright, so as we can see, the spinach harvest is going to take a moment. So, let's see here. How is that field looking? I mean, we're almost like half done already, so it's not too bad. Let's see what we got. We got some baling contracts. Don't want to do that. One cultivating, one deadwood, one fertilizing. Harvesting contracts. The high-paying ones are the spinach ones. We do got a couple of hoeing contracts. I mean, I could knock out field 31 rather quickly. We'll accept that one. And what else do we got here? Plowing contracts, nothing big. Spraying. Couple small weeding contracts. Alright. This is up by our grass field. Let's grab, of course, the JCB, which is here. Sorry, car. That was my fault. So this JCB needs fuel. Kind of. And looks like it could use some repair, so I'm going to try to refuel up at our shed. I may not repair because I only have $6 grand. turn the helper HUD on and see if I get into the trigger for fueling up the JCB. We refueled the John Deere, just not the spinach harvester. Alright, so now it helps if I'm on the JCB, probably. I'm guessing this is a small fuel trigger for this. There we go. Yeah, it looks like you gotta get really close to this to refuel. So it looks like the trigger area for that fuel probably just isn't big enough to reach where the fuel point is on the harvester. And I think this is the field I need to be weeding out. Let me just make sure here. Yes, it is. And with this hoe, it's not going to take us too long to knock this out. Probably put the fuel point in the middle of the vehicle so it can be fuel for me to side. Yeah, which is perfectly fine. It's the mod that the trigger is not big enough. So, I mean, I had to get the JCB really close to that to fuel up. So the trigger just needs to be expanded a little bit. But now that I started the spinach harvest, I kind of want to finish it in the same month. Only because the spinach will regrow. So of course, if I fast forward time now, the part that's already been harvested will have regrown. And the part that I haven't harvested will be, well, they'll show us harvested. It'll just look really weird doing it. Get 5 shows you the trigger. It's not sure if that's part of the console or not. Yeah, gonna have the dev. I think you're gonna have the dev commands open to see the trigger areas. I could have activated it to see what the trigger area was. But I mean, if it doesn't show up in the helper HUD when I pull the tractor up next to it, if it's not going to refuel, it's not going to refuel. It doesn't matter where the trigger area is too much, but it'd be nice to know the size of the trigger area, I guess. Hey, our toy just got sold. That's always good to see. Got pretty much paid for repairing the spinach harvester. Alright, before I complete this, because the harvester was getting kind of full. So let's head over to here. And let's see which way. Oh, it's heading the right way, but I don't think I'm going to get over there in time to grab it. Or it's going to fill up and wait for me anyways. I mean, that was good timing. All right, worker can continue, and we're going to drop this off in the canning production. I wonder how much we actually have inside the canning factory for spinach. So when I get done with this harvest, I'll probably take some from the silo and stick it in here as well. But of course, we will have another harvest in 3 months. All right, let's get back into the JCB. Now, I'm not going to sell any of the spinach because I make more making it into bag spinach. The canning factory will get through everything we harvest this year and everything that's inside that silo before we get to next harvest next year. You have that fuel mod, and it only seems to work if you back up to the barrel on its side. So I guess leave that end available. The barrel on its side. I think, is that the one I got facing towards the road? And I think that's the barrel I looked at when I saw the nozzle on it. I'm like, I think that's supposed to be the pump area, I suppose. But if I can't get the harvester to fill from that fuel area, then it's kind of worthless. It's meant so I don't have to drive the harvester to town. Contract is complete. I mean, it's good. It's a good $3,800. Let's see. What else we got for contracts popping up? Anything? Same as it was before. The sale page. What's going on in the sale page? Oh, that doesn't hold water. That's just a slurry tanker. Well, let's get the JCB back. We're gonna check. We're going to check on the fuel pump. Yeah, so the barrel on its side is the one facing the road now. Let me just bring this back up. How close do I actually have to get to that? Well, see, that's not too bad right there in the JCB. Yeah, so that trigger is not that big. So obviously if I come out to here, so you can just barely see the corner of the tractor. You can see the yellow line on the tractor and the yellow line on the fuel pump. So, I mean, that's the way I gotta have it faced. Make sure I turn all that stuff off. So it's just a matter of getting the harvester in the trigger, I guess, if it's possible. See, how are we doing over here? Like I said, it's not that big of a field, so it's not going to take the harvester that much longer to get through what we have here, so not that big of a deal. So someone did say they wanted to see how we're doing on the playground. Oh, let me visit the cement production while I'm thinking about it. Get the stones in there. I don't think there's going to be anything out here, so I think I did it at the end of the last stream, but there are some stuff out here. Should come over here and sell this next time we go to the playground with some wood. But yeah, on the playground, This is where we're currently at. It is. We got enough planks up here. That's not a problem. It's the rope. We need 5,000 liters more of rope. But that is what the pirate ship looks like currently. And the toy, which we just sold. So that's going to take a while for that to reappear. Oh, never mind. Just as I said it, we got a wheel. We got a wheel. And yeah, I did bring up last night after the stream, I got the autoloader loaded up from the sawmill. So there's technically nothing at the sawmill. I brought the stuff up here. So yeah, that's all set to go. And we'll let this stuff pile up again. But the only thing I'll sell in the morning is probably prefab walls. So I'm going to drag this out here and just put that right there. Yeah, so I think I'm pretty much all set for the most part. Where did I leave the Vultra? Just want to get the baler off that field, and I think what I might do, because I'm sure we're full of slurry in the cow barn, we'll get a worker to start slurrying up that field, and it'll be pretty much ready for planting in September. Hello, Vitamin Protein. I'm doing okay. Hope you're doing just as good, or even better for that. I mean, hope you're doing great. Hope your Tuesday's wonderful. As good as a Tuesday can be. Yeah, it's getting to be that time of the harvest season where I just start putting things everywhere, and then I won't be able to find anything. Oh, I did happen to see when the mods came out today, I did happen to look to see, because we were talking about the AgroStar a couple days ago, about the good price that it is for the amount of horsepower, and I was talking about the Case tractor, and that Case tractor is on the mod hub, and I think it's actually the same amount of horsepower, and it might even be cheaper than the Deutz AgroStar. I should have downloaded it. I could, maybe what we'll do is when the AgroStar comes time to sell, maybe I'll swap out the AgroStar for the Case. I'm going to put slurry in the tanker, but the worker should be able to grab it from the cow barn as they go around the field. Yep, slurry pit was full. And just hire a worker, and they'll spread the joy all over this field. So I don't know exactly what you want to see from the garage. I don't know if you mean that garage, or actually probably the garage better to see is here. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and go one by one. But I'll just scroll down, and you can go back in the video and see what we own. We own everything. I don't have anything leased. Had some things for since day one. 94 months is how many months we played. But that's everything that we own currently. Build new farm. Don't think so. I mean, unless you're asking, did I build a new farm? But yeah, we're on the east side of the map, and I built everything over here. Milk is something I do need to transport if I got it, or if the cows got it. Let's see here. Milk. Just 5,000 liters, so not a whole lot, but there is some in there. That's being used. I guess we will use this tractor here. If I can back up to the drawbar, that'd be good. I wouldn't say I own everything, because we still need to buy some more stuff. Buffalo milk, just regular milk is good. So with the two dairy productions going on, it looks like we're keeping up with the regular cow milk. And we're slowly catching up, I think, with the buffalo milk. I think the goat milk, though, we got plenty of. As we can see, we got a good number of crates out here. So about 3,000 liters into this one. I think we're actually on year 9, are we not? Yeah, we're on year 9. Not quite year 10. Not quite year 10. Telehandler. So I can start moving around. Let's take care of our floating bale there. So I can take care of the goat cheese. This is Riverbend Springs. Good old Riverbend Springs. I'm loving this map. Our pallet forks should be right around this corner. I think goat milk is pretty good in Dairy 1. I got 12,000 liters in there, 9,000 liters in there. So it's so I think I'll put 2 pallets in Dairy 1, and then the other 4 will go in Dairy 2. So we got plenty of goats, apparently, to keep up with the milk production for the dairy. I may actually have to reactivate. I think we're just making... am I just making cheese? I might be making cheese and butter. Let's see. What am I doing here? So... goat cheese is running. Am I making butter? I am making butter with the goat milk as well. Well, we'll just let it run. If I start getting backlogged with the goat's milk, then I guess I can activate other things. Someone left a tanker right in the way. Worker's almost full, so let's go ahead and get back up to here. How is Houghton Pentai? Houghton Pentai is not my type of map. I really don't care for it too much. But then there's a lot of people that love it and don't like Riverbend Springs, so... Gave me all that spinach. I think I'll top off since I'm going past the silo. Now I'm thinking with the money that I got, I think it's about time I put down another greenhouse just so I can make some more of that cabbage. And that way the kimchi process keeps on flowing 100% of the time. Yeah, Farmable, I activated the trigger location of it. And it's, I mean, it's not bad, but it's definitely not that big of a trigger area. So in case you didn't see it before, if I activate it, you can see the yellow outline around that fuel dispenser area. It's just not that big of an area. So you got to get kind of close with it. And I'm guessing the harvester, I just can't get close enough to it. But I may try it again once we get done with the spinach harvest. I'll activate the trigger zone again so I can kind of see. Maybe I can see on the harvester where it needs to be. Let me jump back into the telehandler. Got a couple more pallets to move of goat milk. I swear Giants put these pallets just far enough apart where the pallet forks can't grab two at a time unless you're spot on with it. No need to be sorry. I understand if you're playing or maybe an ad popped up and I showed that before. Alright, so all the milk is where it needs to be. hitch back up to this because this does tend to tip over. I don't want that to happen. And actually, since I'm still waiting for that spinach harvester, let's grab 3 more bales because I'm down to 1. And that way when I sleep through the night, the cows should have a pretty decent feed trough first thing in the morning. The other harvester may not, I've only drove it from the store up to the shed itself, so yeah, the spinach harvest is almost done, so we can try the spinach harvester in just a little bit. In real life, what do I do for a living? You're looking at it now. Trying to make a living by do some virtual farming is what I'm doing. Alright, that should be good enough for them. And maybe, because the way the spinach field is, I think we will come up and probably finish off this ourselves. Not much here to do. And I might be able to turn around a little bit quicker than the worker can. And I will fertilize this field before we move on to the next month, which will take, like anything else, a minute or two. I think I'm destroying a little bit of the spinach with the harvester. The tracks seem to be almost as wide as the header. So if you don't drive straight, you're kind of ruining some crop. And the spinach harvest is complete. I think I'll just dump this in the silos and go on past it. Farmable with the donation, very much appreciated like always, sir. Thank you very much. Now that you played 9 years worth of FS25, would you ever go back and play 22? I am on year 8, think it is with mine, and I would never go back to 22 now. I often say sometimes I would go back, but I said that when 22 came out, and I never went back to 19. So I'm not going to say I'll never go back to 22. I may have a look back at it, but that's about it. Let's see if I can get... Well, it looks like the harvester is in the trigger. I'm trying to look at all the boxes to try to figure out what they're calling the fuel. I could try coming back the other way, see if it makes a difference, but I don't think it will. Yeah, so I'm not really sure I know where the fuel pickup is on this combine. If it's the center, if it's going by the center chassis part of it, that is not getting in the trigger zone. So yeah, that's a slight little problem, but not that big of a deal. Like, we always swap it out for something else. The fuel I'm talking about, not the harvester. Any hoozles. Let's grab our 3650. And, ooh, do I got a fertilizer? Well, we'll go buy some. Just got to quickly put down a stage of fertilization on our spinach field. And then overnight it will regrow. And I can put the second stage down. I think the large greenhouse is what, like 30 grand? I just always seem to don't have enough cabbage to keep making the kimchi. It doesn't take long to pile up the onions, the peppers, and the garlic, I think it is. It's just the cabbage takes forever. And like always, I always got something in the way. $36K for the large greenhouse. I mean, I can afford it. And the sooner I put down another greenhouse and start making some cabbage, we'll just get more kimchi, which means a lot more sales. Hello, Mr. Yellow. How you doing? And now he's got to tidy up the middle of the field here. I am doing pretty good, Mr. Yellow. Cannot complain. I woke up this morning, so that's the key part of my day. All right, spinach field. I'll leave the 3650 parked right here because I'll be fertilizing it just about first thing anyways. All right, let's get back on down to our lovely log cabin. And yeah, we got room up here for more greenhouses. I don't really want it in front of the log cabin. I mean, putting it down there wouldn't be bad, but I guess since I'm only delivering water, I can put it up here where our shed once was. I forgot where this is going to be. Factories, selling point, greenhouses. There we go. Here's one for $54,000. So we got that size. Maybe I change it up. I would assume it produces things faster. Why not? There we go. Let's see, what do we got down here? Vulture should be around here somewhere. I think we ran out of slurry. Nothing in our tanker, but let's get some water into that greenhouse. Yeah, a bigger tanker is in our near future. Just kind of hope one pops up in the mod hub sooner rather than later. Although I could use because I do have the TARDIS mod installed now. And I think that tanker can hold quite a bit of amount of water. What does this hold? This holds 8,000. Wonder what her tankers hold. I know they do have an unrealistic amount you can hold into it. Alright, so this one here I'm just going to put on cabbage. So Napa cabbage, make sure I change that to distributing. And of course, we will go ahead and activate that one. If I can only get rid of this thing. I can move that. That's just the log grab for the telehandler. But yeah, after one of the patches, this is like a generator. And when we bought this property over here, it used to be like a garage or a shed over here that we sold. And I think this is supposed to be part of that building. And yeah, I can't get rid of it. The MK32 is like 90,000. I think it only holds 30,000 liters. What does that actually hold? I think it's 30,000 liters for that tanker. Yeah, it holds 30,000, but it's 90,000. So it's 90,000. It holds 32,000 liters. So for 10,000, and it does all the milk. Whoa, that did a little bit of a bunny hop going backwards there. Normal capacity. Oh, so it's either normal capacity or big capacity. And the only thing I can change is the rim color. So I can't change the color of the tank. Well, I wish there was kind of an in-between there. I remember, I thought in 22 she had like an in-between. I have the Merlot telehandler because it has a 3-point link on the back with a PTO shaft, so it's more versatile. Good night, Vitamin Protein. Thank you for joining us. Hope you have a good night's sleep. See how much this large greenhouse kicks up for cabbage and sends it up to the canning production. I am making cabbage in that one down there also, but it's also making the other ingredients until the canning factory gets full. But really, this greenhouse doesn't hold that much water compared to the other one. That holds 40,000. That holds 40,000. What's the cycles per month? 672 on the cycles. 672 on the cycles. So wait a minute. I paid more for the glass greenhouse, but the cycles per month are the same? 8 to 6. 8 to 6. 672 cycles. 672 cycles. So, yeah, that's I spent more money for the glass greenhouse, and it does the same as the one that was like $20,000 less. I thought the cycles would be more per month. And it is not. Well, live and learn. I'll put one more tanker load of water in there, and that should go just about as long as the other one does. Yep, I'll just wait for the MK32 to come up for sale at some point. Or just like I said, wait for a tanker to come up on the mod hub. Or unless I get extremely rich. Was it gold lined? I thought it was, or it should be now. That's what you get for figuring, well, if it's $20,000 more for that greenhouse, you think the cycles per month would be more. And I was like, well, maybe the recipe is a little bit different to make it produce more, but no, everything's the same. So garlic, chili peppers, and spring onion is fine. It's the cabbage, as you can see, we got none there for the kimchi. That is what we are. That's what we are waiting for. So now with another greenhouse going, noodle soup. We're just waiting for rice flour. I'm just gonna leave that activated because we're not get too far away from having that. So, we are going to be a little bit broke when we wake up in the morning, but that's fine. We got some stuff to sell. But I think we sleep until 8 o'clock. Probably like a negative 6,000 or 8,000. All right, canning factory. Napa cabbage. So we got some Napa cabbage in there, so that's good. So hopefully it just keeps up with everything else that's running. I'm fine with that. Let me look at contracts first thing. Baling, deadwood, harvesting. That's going to be the spinach harvesting, which I don't care to do. We're already doing that. And nothing else showing up currently. And the sale page, what do we got? Well, there's a nice drill, but that's not a direct drill, and I prefer direct drills. 90,000 for that, but that's not a bad price. I would just have to cultivate all the fields before I plant, that's all. And that is a 15 meter wide. It's pretty hefty. All right, so the McDon. Where is my McDon? My McDon is right here. Our oat fields should be ready. Yep, oat field ready. Oat field ready. All the other fields are on hold. Grass field is ready. But let's go ahead and get the header on over. And we'll start swathing up our oat fields. Can't really get across the bridge with a header like that, so I'll have to tow it. And of course, need to flood the rice fields. Is that? I think they might actually have some hail coming later on today, so let's get this washed up as quickly as possible. Hello, David. Good afternoon. How's your day going? Or evening, depending on where you're at, I guess. And hello, farmer, as well. Oh, yeah, not enough money. That's a key thing I need, right? Is money. Kind of forgot about that part. All right, well, I'm pretty sure we got enough prefab walls, but in the meantime, flood the field. Flood the field. Visit field number 62. And flood that field. Alright, so, yep, need a little bit of cash. So, like always, come on down to the sawmill. And these three right here will get us over the hump. Just need to figure out if I'm bringing it to the farmer's market or the warehouse. The warehouse looks good. So it looks like the poplar has hit the last growth stage. So now we just got to wait for it to turn into harvesting stage. As for our trees, they're still in the first growth stage as well. So this will give us 15 grand. First time using the autoloader in this stream, so we'll see if it gives us problems later on. As you saw, not much at the sawmill to sell. Alright, now that I got some cash, let's get back into the McDon and get a worker started on harvesting our oat fields. Or at least swathing it. There, I think Frank is happy, by the way. I haven't used the Frank's name in quite a bit. Looks like we got Franco doing the oat field. Let's see what time that weather is going to get here. Oh. Alright, so we do got a tornado coming this afternoon. Joyful for that. So that means yeah, we'll have to make sure everything is taken care of at that point. So while that's going on, we got to get this, gotta let that get caught up. I need to jump into the international flatbed. And yes, rope. And lots of it. There's a model where you can name the workers. In FS25, we can name the workers. I never try. I just hire a worker. We look in the cab if we want to name them. But, I mean, it's always one of the Franks. Do you have to rename the worker every time, or that's just too tedious for me? I'd rather just press H and see the character in the combine or whatever, and go from there. Oh, if it just auto names them, we gotta name. You know, we gotta bring on the Franks when we do it. So no rope showing here. So let's let that just go on. Go back, grab the eggs, and get those up to the canning production. Although I think I'm starting to get more eggs than we have flour. Yeah, if it just auto names them, that doesn't really solve me always calling them Frank, Frank Jr., Francine, Francesca. Yeah, I was going to go and edit the name of Noah, which is the guy down at the sawmill. I was going to go into the files and rename Noah Skender, but I don't have that much time. So we're probably almost full of eggs up here. Luckily, all the oats are going down to the grain mill to make more flour, which in turn will use more eggs for noodle soup. And then what I might have to do, if we got too many eggs up at the canning factory, could just start collecting the eggs and sell them. I don't remember the best time to sell eggs. Is it November? Been a while since I sold just plain eggs. Let's not make scrambled eggs going over the bridge. I don't know, I haven't checked yet when green beans will be ready for harvest. Hey, I've rolled over. And you guys didn't bet on it, did you? I rolled over with the eggs. I was too busy staring at my green bean field. Let's see what these green bean fields are doing. No, it says growing. When do I harvest green beans? Green beans. August or something. Am I mad at you or something? No, I'm not mad at anyone. It's hard to get me mad at anyone. See, I made you happy. I rolled over the international just to make you smile. All right, we got weeds to take care of as well, but a quick fertilization first. So if you didn't know, and now you will know, spinach regrows for a second time. That's why I wanted to fertilize it after harvesting. So now we can just do this one more time, and this will be cut again in September. Next time, cross the bridge at high speeds. I've done that before, and I don't really, I don't think it would be possible, but I mean, it could be. I might actually go over the railing. Come close a couple times. So with the twister coming somewhere in the afternoon, definitely want to get the oat fields harvested. Get that crop up just in case it goes through our fields. You think I am the worst driver in Farm Sim? Well, thank you. I guess. Did I get the whole field covered? I may have, may not have. Hard to tell. Turn off weeds, turn off plowing. There's a little spot right here somewhere. There we go. Now it's covered. Turn the weeds and plowing back on. Oh wait, did I fertilize my grass field? I did not. Alright, need to fertilize that. Luckily it's in the first harvest stage. So I should be able to fertilize that still. Make sure I'm on the widest working width. I am. Because last time I was not. Hello, Glenn. Welcome. Hope your day is going well. I'm not doing any type of sugar on this map. I think we did a lot of sugar on Western Australia and also on Hills of Tuscany back to back. So no sugar on this map. Sugar beet, sugar cane, none of that stuff. There is a mod that came out in the Mod Hub today, if you are interested, where you can do double application of fertilizing, if you like. So, like with the spreader right here, if you haven't done any stage of fertilization, you can, just like we were able to in 22, just hit a bind key and put a double application of fertilizer down. And I think the mod says it took off the restriction of fertilizing slower because you're putting down double application. For those that are interested, that just came out in the Mod Hub today. No, I don't know if it's for consoles or not. I think the McDon is done with this one here. Let's just get over to the other oat field and get that started. And I'm going to jump back up here into the JCB. And we're going to weed our field, spinach field. This should just take about a minute or so. Luckily, spinach in the first growth stage is not that tall of a crop, and the weeds tower over them, so easier to see where I've been and not been. Am I interested in that mod? Which mod are we talking about? The double fertilizing mod? The double fertilizing mod for our fields doesn't make that much sense, since the rice field only needs one stage of fertilization. I mean, I may use it for something like the spinach field, for like the second cut of the year. I don't know if it's going to be active for seed drills or not. So I think the mod says anything to do with fertilization, you can apply a double rate. Just remember there's a mod for the telehandler where you can see the angle of the pallet forks. That angle of the pallet forks would come in handy if you do a lot of first person, or also if the camera angle that you currently have is not great, which I tend to do quite often with my pallet forks. I can't really see the angle that they're at. Missing some weeds here. Sugar beet's only good in Europe, and North America doesn't like acidity or Calgary grounds like Asia or Russia. Not sure about Australia though. When I did Western Australia, Australians were saying they do sugar beet down there, but you're going to find in Australia that they mostly do sugar cane. Easy to see where the weeds are in this field. And this hoe has paid for itself by now. All the contracts I've done for weeding and hoeing have paid for the hoe for itself. And of course now doing my own fields, saving on a herbicide. And that's why we did sugar cane on Western Australia, because the Australians were telling me that's what they mostly see down there. Like I said, you can see sugar beet down there, but it's mostly sugar cane. The mod finally works. Oh, the manure mod? I assumed it does. That's because a lot of the modders on the partner program saying it works fine. And it should work if he logs out and logs back in, because that's what a lot of them were testing. By the time I get around to the manure heat mod, Giants will probably have an update where it's fixed. Alright, JCB, you can be parked right there. Let's grab the cloths and the trailer and get that down to our oat fields. Are you growing sorghum over here again? You are. It's kind of weird when we look at the forecast page. It shows tornadoes before the hail. When we look at this forecast, it's showing hail and no tornado. So we did try when a tornado went through at one point, because we haven't had a tornado really hit our own land yet. But I did take a full-size bale down to a tornado to see how close I had to get before the tornado picked it up, and basically has to go right over it. I don't know about a swath if it stays in the field, if he'll take it or not. I don't want to find out with the crop though. Alright, let's start harvesting the oats, mainly to get down there to start making some more flour. Kind of a random question. I don't know if you're asking me or whoever you're asking, Zach, but I'm not 52 years old. That's kind of a random question to come out of nowhere. The header, the swath header is digging to the ground in this field too. Not many oats on this field, but it is oats. And yeah, the McDon, I think the header on the McDon is fine, but the McDon itself could have used some repair. See if I can pick up both of these swaths in one go. Looks like we can. And I think it's the mod I am running for picking up swaths where the area pickup is a little bit bigger, is allowing us to do this. The grain mill uses oats to make flour. And I think I get more flour than I put in for oats. So I think the recipe for flour from oats is like a ratio of like 12 to 15. Is it 12 to 15 on? I can't remember all the recipes. Oats is 15 to 15. Barley, I put 30 liters in, get 22. Wheat is 5 out of 4, so oats is pretty good. Sorghum, yeah, oats is the only one you pretty much get the same as you same amount of flour as the amount of grain you put in. Everything else you get just a little bit less. But then again, oats don't harvest as good as the other crops do. So that's why the recipe is probably like that. Actually, I should be getting the Mac down up to the grass field because, yep, that needs to be cut, but I do have hay bales that need to be moved as well. So it's a better ratio than grain. What grain are we talking about? Yeah, I'm not going to make it to the end of this row, so we'll have to unload. This field needs lime. I think my other field needs lime as well. Does it not? Yeah, this field needs lime. This field needs lime. Need lime everywhere. Left just enough room to squeeze down through here with the combine. My father puts an ancient grain from time to time in a small patch of land for bread making. I can't explain it, but it's delicious. But the yield is horrible though. Alright, 3 more swaths in this field. And then I'll start moving some things around. Get the Mac done up to the grass field. Get the hay bales off of that field. And I can start cutting up so we can get ready to start making some hay up there, of course, for our animals. Yep, buying this combine on sale last year definitely was worth it. Just being able to hold like 80% more grain than the other one. And also being able to unload into a bigger trailer cuts down the time travel of going back and forth to grain mills or the farm, having to unload. See if I get up to the end of this swath. Probably will. I don't think it's going to fill up the combine. Don't worry, Skender. It's not going to break down like the real life ones do. I don't think John Deere would like that if they had their equipment break down as much. Alright, let's see. Do I got a tractor? No, I don't. And we also didn't get this fully fertilized over here either. I wonder if we got enough in the cow barn to finish this up. How much is in the cow barn? Slurry. 10,000 liters. That should get the job done. Are you going to continue where you left off? That'd be great if you did. Lovely. I think you'll finish that up. Yeah, so if I take the Mac down, see, am I done with... Yes, I'm done with the swathing header, so we can bring that back. By the time I get this brought back, the AgroStar hopefully will be done putting the first stage of fertilization down in that field. Then I can use that to grab the bale trailer and go up and get the hay bales off the grass field. Because that needs to be up there for doing all the grass work. I'm hoping the worker just goes up and finishes the route they were on. In the meantime, though, I am going to... I don't know if I got enough money to repair this or not. Don't have a whole lot of cash here. Yeah, I don't have enough money to repair that. Yeah, the McDon header was fine. So I'm going to say... No, I don't want to be on the pressure washer. I'm going to say that we didn't lose hardly that much yield on that field. Not hay, sorry. Oats in that field. Can I refuel this? Well, that was close enough to the trigger. And this finished its job, so we'll enter vehicle, put the slurry tanker away, and we'll grab the bale trailer and head up to the hay field, get the bales out the field. You know the routine. Good place for that. I guess I could, yeah, probably bring the semi up to the cannery if I want to get some cash in the bank account to get some stuff done. Probably a good, decent amount of material up there to sell. I guess this could use a refuel and repair as well. Everything is coming at me at once as it appears on these tractors and equipment. I still would have liked it if, when making the toys, because we can see some of these toys kind of around the map a little bit. If we got like a little bit of a bonus to deliver toys to those areas. So we'll actually remove the hay bales before I get the McDon up here and start cutting the grass. I tend to forget about the extra set of bales. And let the McDon push them around. And you can stay right there for now. Yeah, let me get these oats into the grain mill so that process can get started. Luckily, it's just down the road. Just gotta make sure I activate it. All right, so these are oats. Let's go ahead and activate that. So the barley is activated, right? Yes, want to make sure it's activated. All right, everything's good to go there. Yes, we do have more oats to pick up, but I just wanted to make sure we get the process of additional flour being made. And we'll zip this down to the other oat field. All right, let's jump back into the McDon so we can get that back up and start cutting some grass. Although we are starting to approach the 40-hour mark on the McDon, which means I may have to sell this one and buy a brand new one because it's going to break down faster and faster. I think the headers for the McDon are fine, but the McDon itself may have to trade it in for a brand new one. Hello, Jason. Hope your day is going well. Thank you for joining us again. As I'm going by here, I just want to step out quickly, look at the canning, and see how much we got in inventory. I got almost 10 more pallets of spinach bagged. I got 7 more pallets of kimchi and about 8 more pallets of noodle soup. So, not that bad amount of money sitting there. Oh yeah, I also got the stuff at the cement production if I really need some cash also. Hello, Paulo. Welcome. Hope your Tuesday is going well. All right, this. Yep, they're rolling. They're rocking and rolling. Contracts. Some of the day has gone by, so let's see if some decent ones are popping up. There's one in field 50. Oh, we can accept that contract because it's right where the JCB is. There are a couple of mowing contracts. We'll take on that one because it's right across from our grass field. So when that gets done mowing our grass, we can just put it right across the road. And yeah, that's good enough for now. I'm not going to look at my worker because it may frustrate me in how they're getting the job done. As long as they're getting it done. Make sure we get this grain off the ground before the tornadoes get here. Well, not plural tornadoes, but tornado. Because we know it affects full-size bales. I don't know if the tornado affects the swath on the ground. So I just want to, as long as I get the oats out of here. If I lose a little bit of straw, not that big of a deal. Now that we're inside of a cab on the harvester, roll a dust we create behind us. At least the contracts will bring in a little bit more cash so I can maybe fix some of this stuff. Not really making good progress though on, like I said, maybe getting the loan down to $2 million today. I have flipped over once today, and of course I'm aiming for every sign that there is. Every sign must get knocked down. Might as well unload the harvester. Don't think I'll quite get the whole field done into one combine load. Why would he be in trouble? I'm the mayor of the city, so I can do as I please. Said many times, I am the law in my Riverbend Springs. How do you, wait, what did you say? You see me pick up some with the super strength and then turn it. When you pick something up with super strength, you can rotate it by holding the middle mouse button down. Hold the middle mouse button down and then rotate your mouse on which way you want to rotate it. Just a couple of short swaths, and then the oats are out of the field. And that will complete the harvest of the grain for the month of July. Of course, the big crop that we have, if you want to call it a crop, will be the poplar and the wood chips, but that will be sometime in the late fall. At least I hope. So with a tornado coming, what you do is just leave your John Deere harvester in the middle of a field, and hopefully it's going to be fine. But we're going to take the oats to the grain mill, of course. Don't know how much the straw will give. I'm not sure if I'm even going to get to baling the straw today or not. At least in these two fields. So Adam, I assume that the manure extension mod seems to be working fine once you get it all sorted out. I mean, the person that created the mod, that's, you know, maybe, I don't know if they submitted it to the mod hub or not, but they already got like 4 mods on the mod hub. That's what I said before. That's a good thing about being, at least in my situation, being a content creator and being able to be on the Giants Partner Program Discord channel, where you got all the modders themselves and content creators. When we see mods and stuff come up in chat there, when they say they work, I'm going to take their word for it. Because They're the ones creating it. We'll bring this back to the farm. Now remember, this is going to turn quick because we have rear steering on the it's not the combine, the tractor. Just got to make sure I'm just backing in slowly. Let's see. I think we'll let the McDon get on with cutting up the grass field. I'm going to quickly just go down the road or through the gate here and weed up this field. Which one is it? The one on our left. Yeah, it's got to be, because the hoe will not take out the large weeds. This is going to make it easy to see where I've been and have not been. Looks like they might be growing carrots or parsnips here. Yeah, they're growing carrots. So let's wait until our McDon gets done cutting the grass field. We'll zip over there and turn the grass over to hay, windrow it. The baler is currently down at the main yard, so that needs to be brought up. But one step at a time. I still tend to get that flickering in the very long distance, but I do have all my viewing ranges at 200%, which is the max range I think you can have it set for. Still would like to see, it's been a thing ever since they introduced weeds back in FS17, at least with the base game, on the weeds, where it's just more spread out rather than just when you get weeds in the field, they're just everywhere. I like the way precision farming does it. But that's just my opinion. Don't need to grab every weed, because doing a contract, you basically just got to get about 95% of the field done. 95% of the field will give you 100% of the contract complete. So you don't have to be too precise with everything. Don't think I've seen where the McDon worker got done yet. Nope, they're still going. So if we do get a tornado, this will be like the fourth. I want to say it's the fourth tornado that we have gotten. And so far we've been lucky. Not once has it damaged any of our crops anywhere. But one day it will. As long as it stays away from our poplar fields. If it hits the rice fields, I can handle that. Any other field but the poplar fields, I don't want it to hit the poplar fields. And we got one of them right in front of us right there. The other two are down by the sawmill. So at least I got them separated. So, I mean, if they do happen to hit one field, I can't see them hitting all three. The fish processing plant, at least that's what it looks like, is like right in the middle of the map. And the only way to really get in there is to go into flight mode and get over the gate. At least since I tried it last. It would be a shame if they don't do something with it, because then they took up a whole part of a map where we don't have any use for anything. Alright, contract is complete. I gotta wait for that to fold up so I can get through the fence. But for those who don't know, I'll leave that right there. Let me activate flight mode. And then if we just get up into the sky a little bit, but not into the shed. I got to get my surroundings here. So here's our oat fields. That's our farm over there. Our rice field, our oat fields. If you come down the road towards the store, you have a gate here that you can't get through. And that'll bring it down to here. And if we lower ourselves down, yeah, this would be kind of like holding cells for like a fish hatchery. Whoop, kind of forgot when you're in flight mode you can walk fast. Fish could be in there as well. So there have been fish hatchery mods in 22, 19. I think it really got introduced in 17 in some kind of extent. But yeah, we'll see what they do here. And yeah, there's another gate to the fish hatchery. At least that's what I'm going to call it. There's a gate here. Oh yeah, and a gate there. So you don't really have access to get in here other than flight mode or... Yeah, I don't think you can jump over the fence. Don't think our farmers are that agile. So flight mode is the only way to really come in here and to have a look. But that's... yeah, this is the fish hatchery, kind of like right in the middle of the map. So... We'll see if they do anything with it. Only time will tell. Anyways, let's get up here. Yep, we can see our MacDon still cutting grass. But let's get back down to earth and we'll grab the AgroStar and start tedding this. Oh yeah, let me collect on that contract as well so our bank account looks just a little bit better. So this year, I don't think I'll be making any silage. It's going to be all hay in this field. Just that last winter we made it through with the amount of hay bales that we had, cutting it 3 times. But I'd rather have more than have to go buy some, because if any of you have ever bought bales from the store before, they are way expensive. It's like buying chicken feed at the stores. It's way expensive. I think I'll wait for the MacDon to get to the other end of the field, and we'll just move it out of the way after that. Well, when I mean move it out of the way, I mean get it over across the road and start working on that contract. Have at it. All right, let me get back to work on making hay. Which doesn't take too long, as you can see. You just gotta use a tedder, go through your grass field, and it turns the grass immediately into hay. No fuss, no muss, no time to wait. It's already done for you. I remember when I first played Farming Simulator back in 13, and the first time I went to make hay, I cut the grass, and I just let the game go, thinking the grass was going to turn into hay on its own, not knowing that we had to use tedders to turn it into hay. Didn't have many videos on YouTube back in the 2013 for Farming Simulator on how to get jobs done. I don't think you missed much, Skender. We finished weeding up the contract. And then Robert wanted to know more about the fish hatchery in the center of this map. So we flew on down there and had to walk around the fish hatchery a little bit. You're lucky I only got a cold over the holidays. Your family members had COVID. I don't know what word is worse, COVID or holidays. I'm not a holiday person. I had wild boar ribs. The big guy shot it Sunday night. Hello, Astrid. Hope you're doing well. Feeding the family with some wild boar, it seems. Ribs do sound good. Never pass up ribs. Let's try to give myself a little bit more room to get the wrapper out in case I need that for later on. I think if I teach myself to start up in this corner, I'll have a less chance of clipping the shed every time I come around this corner. I'm going to have a lot of swaths on the ground by the time that tornado gets here, unless the forecast has changed. Sometimes I wish I had a little bit bigger windrower for this field. I mean, this one does perfectly fine. I'm basically taking 3 swaths down into one. Really hasn't been a money-making day, but in a way we are making money, just not seeing the benefits from it as of yet. Although we did sell a toy, but I spent that money on a greenhouse to make more cabbage so we can make more kimchi. I asked too much because I was thinking about maybe getting a bigger windrower. It's just to make the work a little bit faster for the grass field. It's just a tricky thing with grass work in Farming Simulator because you do it, well, I'm doing it 4 times a year, where all the other fields were pretty much in it just to plant, and then we're not really back in it until harvest. We're just doing a lot of grass work because it's 4 times a year. That's why my next Let's Play with the pigs won't really need to have any grass, hay, silage, anything like that. Right, one more pass and the grass field will be swathed. The white card, not the red card, but the white card today. Usually it's the red card that comes around the corner. Alright, that's a wrap on the windrowing. Gonna have to have another look at the forecast because the forecast is not showing tornado, but when I went to the weather map forecast, it showed tornado. I might as well use the Valtra for baling because I think the Valtra is down by the baler. Yeah, so this forecast here is showing a tornado at midday, but the forecast in the upper right-hand corner is not, so I'm not sure which one to believe at this point. Where did I leave my Valtra? Well, I'll bring the combine back to the farm. Maybe I'll pass the Valtra somewhere. Oh wait, did I leave the Voltra? I may have left the Voltra on the tanker. Alright, another way to find it is just keep tabbing through until you find the darn thing. Oh yeah, it's up here. Drop that off there. How much straw do I got in this thing? Alright, I guess I'll probably start with doing some straw. So yeah, once again, that fish hatchery is just on the other side of the river. And like I said, if Giants does introduce that into the game, well, I definitely have to look into it and probably buy it and work with it. And at that point, I might need corn. Every time I turn the corner, we happen to drop off a bale, and it's always right in the way. Still got plenty of twine in the baler, though. So now I do have a question. Am I going to get a tornado or not? That's going to be the thing. The forecast is showing no tornado, but I go on that map as I just showed you, and that shows tornado. Maybe that means it's a 50% chance. I think that grass cutting contract is almost done. So we're going to jump up here. And I'm going to take over because it's going to do a lot of turning around. it's at the short end of the field. And there we go. Contract complete. Another 44.49 on that. We'll go ahead and put this into the shed. And run into the shed at the same time. Let's see. Have we made any rope as the day has progressed? No, we have not. Rope is going to kill me. Yeah, and there's only one cotton field that was made this year, so... And I'm not going to buy that field because it's mostly forest. And by the time I lease a cotton harvester to harvest the cotton and bring it on down here... I should look at... I don't know what the recipe for the rope actually is, or the 150 to 40. I don't know. Is that better than the wool? I mean, I would think so. I would hope it is. I would hope it is better than the wool. Yeah, so the toy, like we said, we just sold that not long ago, but as you can see, well, we already got the base of the tractor in the trailer. That'll probably be sold in the month of August. And yeah, this is kind of on hold, although it is using the planks. I think it's building this serpent. I think it's supposed to be a serpent, is what they're building for that. But yeah, we're going to be waiting on the rope for that for quite a while. And, yeah, we'll work on that again. Probably tomorrow. Spinach field, we're waiting on that. The green beans, we're waiting on that. But yeah, we'll be getting to... we got to make these hay bales and straw bales. But I think I'm going to wrap it up for today. Just a, I want to say, shorter than usual stream. But before I start getting to all the baling and the tornado that may or may not happen in a little while. Yeah. And plus, I'm feeling a little bit off today in my stream. So, I think wrapping up early and I can go get some other things done. And maybe just relax around the house a little bit today would be kind of nice. So, yeah, I'm going to wrap it up here for today. Appreciate you all being here like always. If you haven't done so yet, that thumbs up button at the bottom of the screen helps me out more than you know. If you want to tap that, you can. The thumbs down button is there as well. But if you do hit that, let me know as to why, but no one ever does. And if you're new here and you want to see more content like this, I'll be back tomorrow for another stream. So you might want to hit that subscribe and notification bell so you don't miss out on more content like this. But yeah, we'll be baling up some hay, some straw, getting through the month of July. We'll see if a tornado spawns or not, and then move on. And August should be pretty good because I'm going to try to hold off selling everything till August, and maybe we'll either pay off more of the loan or maybe swap out the McDon because the McDon is getting kind of worn out. Have to see what kind of mood I'm in, or what maybe even the store shows up for sale. Could do something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna head on out of here. And like again, appreciate you all for being here like always. And hopefully I will see you again tomorrow. But until then, have a good one.